When it comes to discussing influential people, I consider Sacha Baron Cohen to be one of the most influential comedians of recent times. Now, the way he is influential may not be in the conventional way, but the degree of influence he has on people is immaculate when it comes to what he has achieved. Now, to start things off, who exactly is this guy? Well, Sacha Baron Cohen is an English comedian, actor, writer, and producer, and you may probably recognize him as either the voice of the lemur from Madagascar, the wannabe gangster Ali G, the self-loathing Austrian fashion guru Bruno, or most notably the Kazakhstani reporter Borat Sagdiyev. At this point, you're probably thinking, how on earth is this guy in any way an influential person? On the surface, it won't look that way to some people, but a closer look into his life and career, I'd say would point otherwise. Sacha Baron Cohen is a Jewish Englishman born October 13, 1971 in Hammersmith, London. He went to Christ College and studied history with a main focus on learning about anti-Semitism and graduated with upper second-class honors. As an undergrad, Cohen wrote his dissertation on the American Civil Rights Movement, and while being a member at Cambridge University Drama Club, gained a fondness for acting. He then became a part of Habit and Drur Jewish Theater. For those of you who don't know, Habit and Drur is a Jewish socialist Zionist cultural youth movement which educated and brought Jewish culture to its members. With that out of the way, what exactly is Cohen's impact? Throughout his career, he has mastered the art of using satirical comedy to expose society for its social problems and reveal many questionable traits and skewed ideologies that people have. He does this in an aim to bring a conversation of the conditions of our society, while also providing some pretty good entertainment when doing so. He accomplishes this with the use of his iconic over-the-top characters, using them to dupe people into making fools of themselves, while also revealing what these people are truly like. Some chalk up Cohen's work to be just lowbrow attempts at being offensive for laughs and trying to get a rise out of unexpected individuals. While, yes, many of his antics are just for the pure absurdity of it, a lot of what Cohen does is a part of a greater movement of showing the cracks in people's morality and persona. Cohen's characters are crafted to be as controversial as they are stupid and a means to get the most out of his interviewees. When portraying these characters, the performance Cohen delivers as them make people believe they are real. Now, you think it would be easy to see through the facade, but that just goes to show how good of an actor Sacha Baron Cohen is. In regards to his motivation for having characters like this, Cohen wanted them to be able to work in a comedic sense and an informative one. Characters like Borat work for social commentary because the audience knows he is purposefully, politically/socially ignorant. Those who go on to agree with Borat's ideologies are usually the ones in the wrong.
We execute people,
Yes.
but the government has to do it.
Why can they not
It
do
has
it
to
in
be
a
done.
gun club?
Well, there's probably no good reason why not.
It would be a fun.
But we don't, yes, it probably would be fun.
The ability Cohen has to easily expose people's hypocrisy is insane, like what he did with Paula Abdul.
Tell me about your humanitarian work. How important is it for you to help other people?
Helping other people is so vital to my life. It's like the air that I breathe and the water that I drink. It
Yes,
is
that's important.
extremely important for me. You give love to other people and you get love back in spades. And I just feel like that's been my life.
There has also been times where Cohen has gone extreme lengths to get documentation. There are numerous occasions where he has put himself in potential danger, all just to get a reaction from people. But it's stuff like this that just goes to show how dedicated Cohen is to his craft.
The doors are locked? Hold it.
When it comes to direct influence being taken from Cohen's style of comedy, meshing real life with scripted characters, I'd say Nathan Fielder is the most notable example. His show Nathan For You follows a very similar premise in pseudo-realistic character comedy. In fact, Cohen took notice of this, and the two of them joined up and went on to make one of the most crazy shows of our time, Who is America? This show is special when it comes to Cohen's work, as it takes the premise of all his trickery before this point and aims it towards exposing politics in the United States. What Cohen was able to do here was astonishing, like getting Sheriff Joe Arpaio to argue with a toy donut over gun rights, getting former Vice President Dick Cheney to recall his favorite war and then going to sign a waterboard, and even had firearm activist Philip Van Cleef to promote guns meant for young children.
Pistol. Now, Philip, will you show us how to feed Puppy Pistol?
To feed him, take
his lunchbox and push it into his tummy like this. Just remember to point Puppy Pistol's mouth right at the middle of the bad man. If he has a big fat tummy, point at that.
One of the most memorable people being on the show had to be now former Georgia lawmaker Jason Spencer, which if you saw his bit, you'd probably understand why he's no longer a part of the House of Representatives. It's these kind of endeavors that make Sacha Baron Cohen so influential in social commentary style comedy. To continue to punk individuals time and time again in the manner he does is like nothing else seen today, and his ability to mesh comedy with insightfulness is unmatched, and this hasn't gone unrecognized. In 2019, the Anti-Defamation League awarded Sacha Baron Cohen the ADL International Leadership Award, an award given to those exceptional individuals whose vision, imagination, and creativity have left an indelible mark upon the global community. It was bestowed upon him for his attributions to exposing anti-Semitism and hate in society, and was commended for his use of satire to expose social problems. When it comes to Sacha Baron Cohen, I believe too many people write him off as just another controversial comedian, but an insight into his true intentions, I believe, directs otherwise. Sacha Baron Cohen is an influential activist and uses his unique medium to draw attention to issues in society while also making it entertaining. To end things off, I'd like to end with a message from Cohen during his award acceptance speech at the Anti-Defamation League ceremony.
As you say here in the US, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But today these rights are threatened by hate, conspiracies, and lies. So allow me to leave you with a suggestion for a different aim for society. The ultimate aim of society should be to make sure that people are not targeted, not harassed, and not murdered because of who they are, where they come from, who they love, or how they pray.